I said that. I said she was gonna put the hexes on I said she was gonna put the runes on the hex, and that was how she was gonna beat her. I said that last week. It's on video to prove it. Matter of fact, make me go pull it. We talk about so damn much. I'll never find that moment in that video.
You were probably right. And you're
Probably.
But they really made a weird taco.
Who?
The you'll see the top shell is like really crusty, so you can like flip it over and turn it into like this weird taco thing. Or you're gonna need a fork probably.
The weird taco thing.
So yeah. Oh shit! Come on. Well, I give it a 5 out of 10.
That's horrible, Fox.
I'm just kidding.
That's horrible.
It was crazy how she had to.
A lot of people wouldn't. A lot of people weren't that happy about it, but they weren't happy because their predictions and shit didn't come out right. That's what they was upset about. Like at the end of the day, regardless of what I thought might happen, like I knew it wasn't going to be too much because Kevin Feige is simple. Like he's proved that. Like
yeah, but everyone was calling for Mephisto, and there ain't no Mephisto.
That's not true. That's not true because I still think he's going to show up. Because for one, when she told us, she was like, "You have no idea what you've unleashed."
Yeah.
I think that may be like the start of it. Like maybe he notices the power switch or the power change, or maybe he's wondering like, "Where the fuck is Agatha at?" And that's what brings him into the situation. He comes in trying to find out where the fuck his servant is.
Agatha's. I think she's playing in time, and it's gonna fuck everything up because she's gonna awaken someone that she's not supposed to.
I don't think she will. She took her powers.
Not Agatha.
Oh.
Wanda. It's kind of how I feel about it. I feel like when you seen that end credit, it was them forecasting the fact that she's gonna go somewhere she's not supposed to go. Or maybe Mephisto is leading her with his kids. With her kids.
I don't care what you say. I'm telling you, I still think Mephisto's in this shit. I still think he's the big bad of this series, of this arc. I think there's just all these clues that are too hard to ignore, and added to the fact that if you know anything about Agatha, then you know like pretty much every run of hers in the comics. Every time she's shown up, she's been like a diehard servant to Mephisto. So it's like, how can you do her and not bring him into it at some point in time? It's just too many other clues too, like when they call the children demon spawns, and when
what about Shula or whatever his name is?
Who?
The chaos magic guy.
Who is that?
I don't know, the dude that brought chaos magic into the world.
Oh,
the guy that wrote the book.
Chthon or Cthon. I thought about that because they are doing the book and they named it the Dark Hole, so it's actually the Dark Hole. It's not just some regular book.
Yeah.
So it is his book, but he's way less known. Like he's way less, even though he was the one that actually gave her powers. Like he's way less known than Mephisto, and added to the fact that Mephisto actually plays parts in the storyline that they're trying to adapt. Because me personally, I think her children, when she heard them screaming, like I think that was them with Mephisto. Somebody had a great theory that I like that may actually be the the reason for all this shit. But supposedly somebody theorized that all the people that got snapped, like they all were sent to Mephisto's dimension, which is essentially the MCU's version of hell, basically. And
Thanos did that to them
because he snapped them. Like they had to go somewhere, and they hadn't talked about where they went yet. And supposedly, like the theory posits that because all the people got blipped back, or we'll say that Mephisto was draining energy or absorbing power, getting power from those people somehow, maybe from their souls or from whatever the case may be.
There.
And yes, and they got blipped, and now he wants that power back. So now he's trying to figure out like what the fuck happened, where did all those people go, and he finds out that they went to Earth, and he sends.
It's not just Earth; it's the universe.
Well,
That's this dimension.
I mean, our universe doesn't have a lot of people in it. Most of the people in our universe are on Earth.
Really?
The planet, yeah, our planets are uninhabited in our universe. Now, well, I guess I'll say in our galaxy, because universe denotes the entirety of all the galaxies.
Yeah.
But in the MCU, and as far as like how as far as the MCU is concerned, like, or maybe it is that, and that makes it even worse.
What?
It was everybody in the universe. And well, I mean that were teleported to where he was.
Right.
I'm not saying. I mean, I get that it was half of the people in the universe. I'm not disputing that. I'm talking about where they went. And if half the universe was transported or blipped to his realm or his universe, he would have been able to draw power or energy from said people. And if they were all blipped back,
because it was all life. So he got all that energy. So yeah, I could see how he'd want it back.
I just think that's the start of it. I don't think that's, or I don't know, because I still feel like they're gonna do the children being part of his soul type scenario, because why else would the children still be around? Like, because technically, if the hex doesn't exist, they shouldn't exist either. So the fact that she heard them,
if she's playing in the multiverse, there could be a universe where the kids still exist, where the hex has never been taken down.
But I don't.
Or she has.
I don't think it works like that.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's alternate versions of the hex and what she did. I think she only exists in our universe.
Okay.
So what she created
has kids at some point in another universe. Oh, she.
Yeah, like she only exists in one reality. So, like, there's only the reality where she lost her kids.
Okay.
But if they were actually pieces of Mephisto's soul, and if he knows what is going on, if he knows the full story, I do not think it would be far-fetched to think that he could use them as bait, like dangling them in front of her face to try to either steal her power or use her in some way. Or I mean, she was a god before, but now that she has Agatha's power, she's fucking unstoppable. I don't know how Doctor Strange is gonna stop her. She said before she got Agatha's powers that she was more powerful than Doctor Strange. So I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a team up scenario or something. But if she actually does become the big bad villain, I have no idea how he's going to stop her.
I don't think she will. I don't think she's that type. I think she proved that when she released it. I don't think so. Unleash something.
I don't think so
On the planet.
Because if you read that story, the House of M story, like she hasn't even gone through all of the tragedy that she's supposed to go through. Like there's still things that's supposed to fuck her up. Like I don't know if they're gonna do this, but there's the Avengers discussing whether or not to actually kill her. I don't know if they're gonna talk about that.
Well, I mean that's kind of what Sword was doing.
It's different though when it's different when it's people that was your teammates, because that's literally what happened in the comics. Like they ganged up, like all the Avengers, Spider-Man, Iron Man, like they all ganged up and they were having a meeting about whether or not to kill her, and they ended up deciding that they should kill her, and they rolled up on her to try to kill her, and that was when she got to flipping the universe around and shit. She flipped it again because technically we're only in the House of M storyline. We're only in like the first quarter of it, because after she loses the children, she has to recreate a world where she has to still create the world where mutants are in charge. And it isn't until she creates that world and then that comes crumbling down, that's when she flips the shit and then creates an entirely new reality with no mutants at all. Or not no mutants at all, but because technically she said no more mutants, but there was still mutants left. It was like 100 or so mutants left. But so like she hasn't even went through like all of the trauma and stuff that she's gonna go through, the things that like could possibly turn her villainous, I guess you could say. I don't know. It just depends. I don't know how true to the story they're gonna try to stay, and they haven't really given you any clues to indicate any of that, because really like they stretched out like the first 3 or 4 pages of the comic. That's really all they did. Literally like just the first 3 or 4 pages or so. It's not even the entire story.
I think they just dabbled in it. I don't think it's going to come into play anymore because there's no mutants, so it's hard to play it.
Because I think they're going to say that mutants have already been here. Like I think they're going to say that like mutants were already a thing and they just needed something to activate their powers. Because it seems like that's the route they're playing it. Like you have some type of power just due to you having the X gene, but any kind of radiation, cosmic radiation or anything like that amplifies the X gene. And I'm thinking at least some, if not all of them, at least the important characters or some of the major characters, I think this is how they're going to have them come into the situation. And I'm confused because I'm trying to figure out, if she's not going to expand the Hex, then how the fuck is Kamala Khan going to get her powers? Because she has a series coming out next year that she's supposed to be in, and she hasn't even been teased or anything. And I would think she's from New Jersey, so I would have thought
maybe she was already in the town.
Unless this is a situation like that. Unless she was already in Westview or something like that, and basically just because she was inside the Hex, that's how she got her powers.
Can you figure out who that is, zombie-wise? Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Iron Man.
I don't know who that could be. Maybe Bucky.
Yeah, but would Bucky really be? Was he? He wasn't a.
I think he was a part of the zombie storyline.
I'm surprised she let go of her kids.
Oh, this one of them was Spider-Man. So you got somebody. I think you got somebody wrong. That's gonna be on the What If series.
What, zombies?
Yeah.
Is zombie run?
Mm-hmm.
Just one, probably.
Well, it'll be one episode. Like each episode is supposed to take a past event in the MCU and flip it. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think they already announced. Like, the first episode is what if Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum instead of Cap?
Who's Peggy Carter?
The Captain America's girlfriend.
Oh.
She becomes Captain Britain.
Oh, she's from Britain?
Yeah.
It's really amazing how anyone gets anything done on computers nowadays.
Do what?
As slow as these computers move.
Plus, that's your computer. Where's your Wi-Fi going? Who your Wi-Fi to?
Xfinity?
Oh, it should be fast then. I'm in love with Benjamin Franklin. I got that white like Pee Wee Herman.
I don't even use this fucking thing yet. It's probably full of fucking viruses. What the fuck, dude? It shouldn't take 20 minutes to search something on you Google, dude.
How are you searching it? What are you looking for?
I'm just trying to use Google. What the fuck is going on with this fucking computer?
I have no idea.
Oh, I just stopped using Firefox.
Now that's part of the problem. That raggedy ass browser.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Anyway. That's all you got to say about it?
No, I thought you was looking up something. I
wasn't looking up nothing. I'm trying to just get my fucking computer to do more than just this.
I'm a little disappointed, Fox, because I need to know why the fuck is there no connection to Spider-Man? Like, that's the shit that got on my nerves. Like, it's supposed to feed directly into Spider-Man, but you haven't given us any clue how. Like, how? Because I didn't get any connection to Spider-Man from that show.
No, I didn't either.
And I didn't even get any Doctor Strange connections. I only, like...
Magic.
Right. The magic connection. So, you know, oh, he's going to show up at some point because there's an immense amount of magic being used or something. But I don't know. Like, I got to be perfectly honest. I was happy with the way the finale wrapped up the series. But I was not happy with how it set up the next two parts. It did a very poor job of setting up what is to come next. Like, I didn't get any correlation. Then you gave us two post-credit scenes, and it felt like both of them were irrelevant. Like, because first of all, I don't care about Captain Marvel 2. Like, there's like 6 movies coming out before Captain Marvel 2 comes out. So I don't give a fuck about Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel 2. Like, that's trash.
Well, it also shows she's going to be in the Secret Wars.
And that's still irrelevant. Like, that shit is like years off or months off. Like, you got so many different things coming up now. Like, give me a Loki connection or something that ties this shit into what's actually going on right now. Which I get on the same token. You can't do too much because you need it to be seamless for the people that don't have Disney Plus. The people that don't have Disney Plus need to be able to watch whatever the last movie was, and then they need to be able to pop on over to Spider-Man and not feel like they missed anything. So I get what they're trying to accomplish. Like, it needed to have ramifications for the next two movies, but at the same time be not a must watch, so to speak, because not everybody has Disney Plus. So I get it, you know, for the people that won't ever see WandaVision for whatever reason, because they don't want to watch TV shows or because they don't have Disney Plus or they don't want to get Disney Plus or whatever. Like, they need to be able to go from Black Widow, which would have been technically the last movie,
end credits of Black Widow,
and they need to pop over to the next movie and not feel like they missed out on something. So I get it, but there's ways to do that. First of all, I'm upset like because
you should drive your people to the fucking subscription.
I don't think so, because they're not gonna have that much content on there. Like, in total, there's like 5 or 6 shows. Yeah, but those 5 or 6 shows are coming out over the next like 3 years. So it's like, and then to be honest, you're getting 3 of the shows this year. So I get it in the sense that, you know, you want as many subscribers as possible, but I think they're also looking into it of like, single people are probably not that interested in having Disney Plus.
Single people? Yeah,
like, I mean, that's like the demographic of it all. Supposedly Disney Plus is a family service, so your majority of people that are assigned on the Disney Plus are family.
Your nerds are gonna go after it.
Fox. Your nerds have families.
Yeah, and they're buying it too for the fucking Disney.
That's what I'm saying. Most of your subscribers are families. They broke down the subscriber count, and like 75% of the subscribers to Disney Plus are families.
Probably.
So that means there's no probably. They put out their numbers, their actual numbers, their subscriber numbers.
Okay.
And
not surprising. Sorry, that's the right verb.
Yes, because it's Disney Plus. It's a family service. So obviously you're going to have more families signing up than single people. I'm in love with Benjamin Franklin. I got that white like Pee Wee Herman. I think, personally, I'm upset. Hey, what's up? I'm upset that they didn't expand the fucking heads.
Did you already eat?
Yeah.
Are those for Justin?
You can have. Well, you don't want to eat that, no.
I don't want to?
No.
It's spicy?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm mad they didn't expand the fucking Hicks.
Yeah, she actually did the exact opposite. of what we thought
Yeah,
she would do.
like
She literally did the exact opposite.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck is she?
What?
What the fuck is she surrendering for? You know, if this is supposed to be a multi-arc story,
She's not surrendering. She left
to do what?
to figure out how to use her powers
For what purpose?
to bring her fucking kids back.
And we supposed to watch movies about that?
No, I think her trying to bring her kids back is gonna fuck up the universe.
Well, that ain't interesting enough for me to tune in.
It's not?
Not to watch her
Are you sure?
hunt her kids down.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You're not
Fox.
gonna watch her hunt her kids down.
I ain't saying I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I just won't be interested. Fox. At this point, I'm telling you, before week 1, before this show ever aired, at this point, I just knew, like, the Hex was gonna be done covered the whole world. Like, she was gonna be done, like, lost her shit and flipped out because Vision is dead and her kids got stolen. Like, I just knew she was gonna get painted as the villain, like, truly. I didn't know it was gonna be, oh, well, she's gonna look like she on her way to becoming a villain, and in the very last episode, she gonna decide, oh, no, this ain't what I want to do. Let me be a good guy.
She never wanted to in the first place.
Well, I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but
But that's most villains.
don't make it seem like she's gonna be. They're literally making it seem like she's gonna be the big bad of the next 3 movies because they're not releasing a villain. So it's like,
What the fuck, dude? What is with Facebook not working on my computer? I really don't understand.
I'm dead. She heard you talking about her. She said, girl, let me get it together because this nigga, he tripping on me. Oh, my bad. N-word. I'm sorry, y'all.
I can't say it, you can't say it.
That's what white people been saying for years.
Nah.
They have.
Well, I don't give a shit.
Right,
Go
you
ahead.
shouldn't.
Say
It's-
what you want. I don't give a shit what color you are. You want to say it, it's on you.
That's
With
the thing about it,
repercussions.
because to us, it ain't even about color. To us, you can be a nigga and not be black.
Yeah,
A nigga,
that's true.
Being a nigga is a mindset. It's definitely not necessarily color. I agree completely with that. I heard somebody say that, and that's been reality. Like, you do not have to be black to be a nigga. You can definitely act like a nigga and not be black. This is, you ever heard the term, what Dave Chappelle say? Nigga shit? Niggas do nigga shit?
Yeah, I know, and I've heard a lot of white people say the exact same shit. I've heard white people in a world that never saw a black man, or only had to work with one once or twice in their lives, and they were literally... Oh, I wasn't talking about black people. The exact same shit you just said, but it came out their mouth as if to excuse
Right.
what they were saying, and their acceptance of why they can say it.
And that's the thing about it. It don't matter who you talking about. You can't say that word.
I don't want to say that word. It's not about can't. It's a want. I don't want to say it. I don't need to say it. It has. I know it has more vile. Oh
Right.
shit!
What they were saying.
Shut up! Shut up! All right, cool.
I'm dead.
Well, that's a lot better picture.
I feel like it's not lagging as much.
It's got a lot better picture. I can tell you that much. You can see us. Fuck. Anyway, let's see if I can look up the what if. But yeah, I don't know. It's not. It's a word that has too much hate. I don't need it. I'll sing it if it's in a song and I'm by myself in the basement because it's in a song. It just kind of comes out. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's not like there's no intention behind it at all. It's just part of the song.
If I say, bitch, I say that motherfucker when I'm by myself singing. Fox, that's funny. It's funny. You the one person that technically they like black people tell other black people you're not supposed to do this, but you would be the one person I would give a pass to.
Oh, you're not the only person that's giving me that pass.
See, because it's a matter of like I know you enough to know that there will never be any ill intent coming from your mouth using
it's
that
more
word.
for comedy than
it would be right, or it'd be like you said in a song. You'd be talking about a song or singing a song. And
yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, I don't trip about that. You'd be the one person that would get a pass from me. Like the few times that I've ever heard you, I don't think I've ever even heard you say it, but I've definitely heard you pull right up to that boy. I've heard you whip it right up close to it a couple times.
Of course.
And it was funny. It wasn't. It never even offended me, or I never even thought about getting offended. It was always funny.
I didn't sing it first.
Well,
I'm just repeating what they put on paper.
when they said,
I don't understand their struggle.
well, you understand some of it.
I understand what it's like to be poor as fuck.
Yeah, you
and
understand
have
the
money
poor
for
side of it.
food and not have any respect for just being not the same as everyone else.
You just don't.
I don't also like taking orders, so.
You just don't understand.
Come on, man. I already did this.
Being oppressed for your color part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Fox, I got a problem too with this book. They didn't tell us nothing about this book.
Yeah, they confirmed the name of it.
Well, I mean, yes, but is it Catan's? Are they gonna get a book to Mephisto? Like, what? I need to know what this book is up about.
Well, it's going to somebody.
I think maybe
Well, the guy that wrote it is.
maybe somebody will want the book. And maybe that's what kind of jumps things or whatever. Maybe somebody tries to take the book before she gets a chance to find her kids. So maybe she goes on the run through the multiverse with the
A lot of
book.
people think it's going to be Kang. If it's Kang, it could just be he wants to eliminate another Nexus.
I could have a problem with that.
You could have a problem with that?
Yeah, I think I would.
Why?
Because that wasn't really Kang's. That wasn't really his MO. His MO was never really just taking out other Nexus beings. His MO was...
I thought that's what it said in this thing.
Well, his MO was ruling the timeline.
Yeah, and to do that, you have to take out all the other Nexus.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I guess, okay, in that sense, it's like saying the same thing.
She becomes a Nexus, and by becoming a Nexus...
Well, I mean, I'm saying it in the sense that it wasn't like his main focus was like, oh, I gotta kill all the Nexus beings. It was... like he just wanted to be a conqueror. Like in his mind, he wanted to conquer all timelines. Right. So whatever he had to do that, he would have did it. And I think I was just trying to split the hair that it's more so of a focus on I need to conquer all the timelines and less of a focus on let me make sure all the Nexus beings are dead. Because if there was a way that he could have done it without killing them, he probably would have. Because his main goal was.
No, I know, but maybe that's what it is. Is he?
I mean, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just explaining why I'm splitting that hair because we're essentially saying the same thing.
Yeah, he just figures out that she's Nexus now, and it beacons.
I would have an issue with that.
Well,
because
you want it to be Mephisto.
Yes. Like you set up all these Easter eggs for him. He has
no Easter eggs for Kang.
No Easter eggs for Kang. This whole series. None. There hasn't been any. To be honest, she's only fucked with time. I mean, it feels like they're kind of wrapping all of that into one thing. Like, you know, normally time travel is its own thing. Reality jumping is its own thing. Like, reality traveling or traversing.
Yes.
It's separate things, but I think they're kind of wrapping it all in the multiverse and saying like you can use the multiverse to travel universes, travel realities, and to also travel back and forth in time. It feels like is what they're trying to say. Maybe the microverse has to play. I'm sure it has to play some part in this because supposedly that's where Kang was living or is living in the microverse.
That could be Ant-Man and Robin.
Yeah, that's probably
Ant-Man and Robin.
Right, Batman.
Ant-Man and Robin, baby.
Bad Ant. But I personally think, because that's another thing too. Like, will these events get resolved by the end of Doctor Strange 2? Because I think the only thing that's going to be fixed by the end of season 2 of Doctor Strange 2 is Wanda will be like cleared. Like, she won't be the villain or the main focus anymore by the end of this arc. But whoever the villain is has to be still around because there's still multiverse implications in Ant-Man, and Ant-Man comes out after Doctor Strange. So, and also in Thor Love and Thunder comes out after Doctor Strange as well. So, like, whoever the big bad villain is, I don't think that person is going to be defeated by Doctor Strange 2. They might not. That's when they may be revealed. To be honest, they may not even be revealed until the end. Because it does make sense that if you're gonna tease or show a huge villain like Mephisto, it would make sense that you would do it in a movie rather than in a TV show.
Well, I mean, they didn't. They gave you Thanos in the end credit.
But that's what I'm saying. You need everyone to see that. So that would be something that would need to be in a movie, because if you do introduce, that's the thing about it, if you do introduce Mephisto in this season, in this show, then that means people will have to watch it in order to see his introduction or to know.
Yeah.
But if you put him in a movie, if you put him in the, say if his first appearance is like at the end of Spider-Man or something,
which is probably where he's going to be,
which is probably how it happens, then boom, all of your people that didn't watch WandaVision are automatically caught up to speed, even though they missed out on this whole series. They could watch the movies and not skip a beat, because if you think about it, I mean, that's one of the things that's going to be huge, because they're going to do a box set for this phase just like they did for the first 3 phases. So that means that, and that box set is only going to be movies. It's not going to be TV shows.
Hawkeye comes out before Loki.
Loki doesn't come out till later this year.
Oh, Hawkeye comes out probably after.
It was originally supposed to come out in the summer of this year, but it probably got pushed back.
March 19th and in June. Yeah, you didn't get any special fucking, like, people were really thinking there's going to be something.
What you mean?
Like, there was no drops of any cameos.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There was
yeah.
no Cumberbund, like no Doctor Strange.
No nothing. But I think all of that was, now that I think about it, I'm kind of making myself more okay about it, because I think that's really what it was. I think it was they knew that there are people that aren't going to watch WandaVision. So this thing has to flow seamlessly. Like I was saying about the box set, they're going to do a box set of Phase 4, and it's just going to be just the movies from this era. So people that didn't watch WandaVision, they need to be able to watch those movies in order, and it needs to flow perfectly for them without them missing a beat or feeling like they missing out on something. So I think I
supposed
get
to come
why.
out after Spider-Man?
WandaVision?
Yeah.
No, it was always supposed to come out before one, because all of this was actually supposed to come out.
But it was supposed to come out after
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
What's her name?
And Loki.
It was supposed to come out after Loki too?
Yep. But then they started rearranging things and flipping things around, and so it ended up becoming which is another thing too. That's why I feel like that. Well, I know Loki will. Loki is for sure gonna have multiverse implications.
Well, he's jumping around.
But that's what makes me feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier is not going to. The fact that it was supposed to come out before WandaVision, that led me to believe that it's probably its own self-contained story, and it probably doesn't have anything to do with the multiverse. Somebody pitched a really good idea that I thought was really cute that they could have did and killed, but they probably are not going to. They were saying that they should do a 80s buddy cop type movie, type series with Falcon and Winter Soldier, 80s Miami Vice type characters, and Captain America taking on a Nick Fury type role, and he's the one that's giving them their missions, but it's old Cap and not young Cap. But that'll never happen. I'm sure it's gonna be and not young Cap.